Hello, Cancer. This is your tarot forecast for August 2015. And it's good to see you. And I'm hoping now that so far you're having a great month if you're listening to this early here in July. Now, as we get into August, it's a month here where I feel there's a little bit of everything showing up now. There is family matters that is on the forefront of your mind here in August. So I see the past showing up. So it could be past memories or also meeting up with people you haven't seen for a while. So that could be perhaps maybe some reunions taking place within family members. There's especially a younger person there that I see is very eager to see you again. Somebody who looks up to you, admires you, and would love to catch up. So there's joy here. Now, also, there may be some repair going on at home, something that needs to be fixed. Not necessarily as much the foundation as it could be. I get more like walls or maybe even windows, some repair. And I feel it's joyful actually to get, maybe it's just repainting something, because the refreshing, the joy coming from it is really like lifting your spirit. Some of you might just also be replacing windows, having that done now before the winter sets in. Whatever the deal is, I'm just seeing this clarity, feeling the sense of brightness around you. Financially, there is now a sense of flow. For many of you, I feel there is inspiration coming in where there is this extra money that you can, so whatever these cost, these expenses, it's like at a good time where you have it, where you're not really feeling that you're having to put yourself in the hole to get it done. So even that becomes joyful. There's no issues around it. In the past, it looks like you might have been wanting to do these changes here over the last couple of years, but there has been challenges for you. And so you might have been looking at certain things and aggravated yourself like, yeah, I know I need to get it done. But then, it didn't get done. So no wonder the joy here is really looking up as far as the foundation, where you live and how you live, Cancer. Now, I'm feeling too there is a female. She is an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. She's an air sign, or she represents a lot of that energy, meaning she's quite talkative. She comes from the intellect. And so I feel too here that you may be catching up. Maybe she's coming to visit because I see travel, or maybe you will be traveling and visiting her. But it's a happy time shared either at your home or at her home. It shows up in the home atmosphere. So let me ask you, Cancerians, those of you who have had perhaps some issues as far as one or more of your children, because I'm looking at the area of children, there's healing coming in. And when healing shows up, it can only be evident due to that there has been a situation in the past where you might not have seen totally eye to eye, heart to heart, or there's been issues. Well, this month looks like it may come back up around, but not in a negative way, in a healing way. It's time to really just embrace and let go. And by all means, let them know that you've let go, so they don't think that you might be harboring some notions there that's holding them in a sense of feeling guilty, because the acting up has been on their part, not on your part. So of course they're feeling probably pretty bad about it. But the beauty of life is that we can kiss and make up and let go, let God, right? So you'll see that here when the time is right. I'm feeling that's more like the last couple of weeks, perhaps there in August. And could come a little earlier for a few of you, depending on where your planets are. But yeah, you will recognize the situation when it surfaces. But relationship-wise, well, there is a whole lot more dynamics coming in here, Cancer. I'm seeing intensity. I see looking deeper into matters between you and your partner. And I feel that's something that you've always wanted and always, for the most part, provided, but maybe have been feeling a lack of that from your partner. and that might have held you in a place where things might have complicated things over these last couple of years for some of you. But it's more like, okay, your partner is also getting on board, so you're able to look at it, and this is intensifying your interaction. For those of you who are single, well, this would be a great time for you to meet somebody. And let me tell you, though, this intensity level that I'm seeing, it's like a symbiotic feeling where you just want to really be together. And in that symbiosis, there's healing of the past, too. So talk about healing, right? First, we got the children there, but here we got the relationship. But actually looking into those deeper needs and daring to express what you need, Cancer. And I think that is hard for you. Maybe because you're sensitive, maybe because you're afraid to put yourself out there and voice your need in the case that perhaps it would be rejected. Of course, that makes us extra sensitive, and we know that you're quite sensitive. But see, if you're not voicing your need, and it's all in the way that you do express it, how can your partner know if he or she doesn't know? So it's important, and we have to learn how to express our needs, and that's a very difficult thing to do. We don't want to be self-absorbed. We would rather be givers than takers, but when we learn to express what it is that we are longing for, well, lo and behold, you'll come to see that your partner more than likely will be more than happy to fill your wishes, because when he or she sees you happy, it falls back on them, then they are happier too. So it's all about learning to really trust to be that open. And that is definitely a lesson here for the Cancerians, because as we know, the Cancers don't have their own skin. That's why they have a shell, right? So breaking through the shell, I feel the intimacy level between you and your partner can really go deep, very deep, deeper than it has for a long, long time. And in that depth, I see how so many treasures have been hidden and held aside, held apart, because it hadn't felt that it could really dare trust, to see the light. But as you see, when these treasures are starting to resurrect, which this month here can give you, my goodness, what a turn of events in many of your relationships here. So, I send my blessings to all of you to really be strong, dare to be open. It's in that openness that you ultimately will come to receive. And then I'm seeing the consequence from that is not just joy, but there's a feeling of reunion between you and your partner. Even if you've been in a long-term marriage, even that can get that feeling of resurrection and renewal. And then from it, what I see as a consequence is that the two of you can actually start making plans for a long-distance journey, a getaway. And whether that takes place here now this year could absolutely be for some of you. Some of you will start making plans to make this long journey maybe for next year. Because when I'm saying long journey, it's not like going to the neighboring state or anything. This could even be out of country. Okay, so some of you might just need to, start putting money aside for it. That would be such a romantic trip as far as I can see. It's putting big smiles on both of your faces. So, but for the more here and now, as far as traveling and vacation and whatnot, I do see that there is a shorter trip coming up. So this could be out of town, could even be out of state, within the country or whatnot. However, there is such a celebration taking place. So maybe some of you are out to celebrate yourselves, or participate in somebody else's celebration. But I also see it's a celebration just to be away from work a little bit, because this is showing up in the area of your career. All right. So I'm seeing how many of you just want to break free, have some time off, and really enjoy your well-needed, should I say, and well-deserved vacation. So socially here, Cancer, for this month, I see there is you moving ahead here, actually maybe even reaching out perhaps to new groups. It could appear. And I'm feeling there's somebody who's going to need you in your circle of friends who might be going through a conflict. So I see you lending an ear, being supportive there, taking some time to help solve some issues there. So, but that's you, in a nutshell, Cancer. You are very giving, understanding, sensitive to those and the needs of those around you that you care for, whether it's family or friends. And they know that they can always count on you and your friendship. So I'm feeling, though, when I sum up this month here, Cancer, I see this joy of energy that are bursting out here with a feeling of new beginnings in some area, something that you've been wanting to do for a while, and now you can shake it all loose, and get on with it, especially whatever is going to be fixed here in the home area. Because, when we renew those things in our immediate atmosphere, it really brings up the whole tone of energy and how we resonate. That's the feng shui of things. When we change the walls or the carpet or the furniture, whatever the deal is, a new sink or something that you can look upon here on a day-to-day basis, well, it renews you every time you look at it as well. So great investment, really good, and especially for those, Cancerians here are typically, the home bodies. It's important that your homes radiate, shine, and resonates, right? So listen, you might wonder what's coming up for your partner or your spouse. So go have a listen to see what he or she can expect, because whatever goes on with them may filter back down to you. And if you're coming in here new to this tarot reading and haven't listened to your monthly astrology forecasts, I would suggest that you go listen to it, because it also gives you a whole lot of insight of what you can come to expect this month through your planetary positions and so forth. So listen, it was good speaking with you, and I can't wait to see you again next month. So have a wonderful August, everyone. Bye now.